All right. Here we are going to scramble the letters of the word education. How many letters are in the word education? There are 9 letters, and we want to create a 9-letter permutation. So whenever you're rearranging letters and you've got a 9-letter permutation, that can be solved using our old spaces technique that we learned the other day. And there'd be 9 choices for the first letter, because you could choose any of those 9 letters. Then there's going to be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, too many spaces, and we would get the answer. Of course, if you can see that you're going to do all the letters, this is the same as 9 factorial, and you could just type that into your calculator and get the answer. So that'll be, cheat a little bit, 362,880. Yes, I do too. I don't like this as much as the grade 11 textbook when they didn't have the answers at the bottom. The questions you can do for this one are 4, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, 3, 5, and 9. I was looking at the wrong one. 3, 5. 4, 6, 7, and 8 are for the next one. Okay. Now at the bottom of this page, we have a formula. I'll just go to that formula. Permutations of different objects. Now sometimes what we could do with that education question is say, you want to make a password, you love the word education, so you decide I only want to use the letters from education to make a password, but my password can only be 4 digits or 4 letters long. So you would have 4 decisions to make. And how many would you have for the first one? 9. Then 8, then 7, then 6. And for the most part, I'm going to say for those questions, still do it with the spaces. But we're going to learn that if you take 9 objects and you want to arrange them 4 ways, because that's what these 4 spaces only take 4 of those 9 objects, that we're going to find out that this is equal to 9 permutation 4. And that's what this formula says at the bottom of the page. Now the formula says that 9p4 is equal to 9 factorial over 9 minus 4 factorial. And you'll see why you'll like the spaces better than the formula in the end. Now when I do the simplification here, well, 9 factorial means 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And 9 minus 4 is 5 factorial, so that would be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And this gets to the same thing that we did right at the beginning. So it's going to be quicker to cancel out these 5s and 4s and 3s and 3s and 2s and 2s and 1s and 1s. And you get 9876, which is what we had already using our old technique, which is a better technique in this case anyways. But this is what the formula for permutations is, and this formula is on your formula sheet. Anytime you want to use this formula, you could also solve it with spaces. Now, if for some odd reason they had a very, very big numbers, right? You wanted to make a password that was 30 digits long, 30 things long, and you could use all the letters and all the numbers, so you had 36 options. You could draw out 30 spaces and go 36, 35, 34, 32, all the way down. You might find it easier in that case to write 36p30. So some key things about this, as far as how does this relate to spaces, this is your number of decisions, which our number of decisions is our number of spaces. And this is the number you start with. and go down by 1 after that. So when you see 9p4 and you want to calculate it, you could say to yourself, well, I could use the formula, or I just know that that 4 means how many spaces, and this 9 is the number that you're going to be starting with, and you could go from there.